boundary line on a jog, so it looks like his evening may be finished.
Well, Thomas just cuts that off from Hadley and makes him pay.
That's a very bad defensive error, really. Kicked the ball 10 metres to a spare player in the forward 50. We'll probably see it here. It was just a bad use of the footy. Bad turnover, bad placed again. You're going to get actually the penalised enormously back in there. Well, with what we saw of Adam Simpson yesterday, and he's playing, I would have thought Lee Harding were back in about 5 minutes.
So North have had the last 5 scores of the game, 2-3. 4 inside 50s.
And the other thing they've managed to do is have 13 shots at goal from 17 inside 50s. Now that sort of efficiency is pretty good, Dan.
Yeah. And obviously one came from outside the 50. Come through us. There's a push in the back. That's a free kick to Swallow. All North Melbourne. Gibson. This is the last thing Carlton need. The hand pass comes back to Pratt. Pratt goes down towards half forward. Simo. Player stopped. I've seen many things.
Now that was only the 2 umpires thought it was the other umpire's call. And then eventually they fix it up.
So Jones takes the mark. I think I'd be filled with more confidence if they both blew at the same time, Lee. But not slow at all.
It's a matter of who was in charge, and eventually they sorted it out.
It's a retirement decision.
I think so.
No, that was there.
He saw it. Well, it was certainly a mark. Even the Carlton blokes thought it was a mark. A bit like Stuart Sink's parents barracking for Tom Watson. Jones kicks it behind.
It's a game of momentum, isn't it? And North have got it at the moment. Carlton need to hold firm and try and just lock them down there for the next couple of minutes.
I mean, they're scoring when they're going forward. Kangaroos, as you pointed out just before, they're scoring about 80% of forward 50 entries, which is great. But Carlton just got no movement and run through the middle.
Hold there, Lindsay. Hold there.
7 scoring shots to 1 in this quarter. They should be further in front of the Kangas.
Okay, there, Drew, that's it. Where you are.
So the Blues trying to set something up. Judd from Houlihan.
Hold there, Levi. Hold there.
And then Judd's careful kick to Scotland. We've seen a lot of that tonight from the Blues, just chipping 30 or 40 metres. Hadley down the line. Cruiser.
Top of the arm.
Back into Scotland. Now Scotland got around Harvey and then kicks inside the 50. Big fly came early from Russell, but well-timed Grimer. Grimer across the ground to Rawlings, to Power.
Power, little chip outside the 50. Thompson.
Power had Petrie running up from centre half back. It was a 35-40 metre kick. Petrie had 5 metres. He just didn't have the confidence to give it there. It was the obvious choice. He took the safe one.
Play on.
Little 1-2 between Rawlings and Pratt. Pratt comes out towards the interchange gates, and the mark is taken by Hansen just on the ground. Hansen goes back. Grimer. Just over 6 minutes remaining in this half. Well, that's a good mark. Under pressure. Russell trying to punch away, missed it. Pratt's got the footy. Thought of right half back. Pratt. Anthony, generally a player who will go forward. Hansen, awkward half volley. Judd, will he have the footy? Spills across to Murphy, to Hadley. Back to Murphy, that was good. Awkward hand pass for Simpson. Terrible execution. In goes Pratt to tie it up for North. And the ball fails to release.
Come out.
Once again, Levi Greenwood there getting an arm in when Judd looked like he was going to take possession. It was a good tackle. And his awareness to get back onto Judd as well when the ball was in dispute was very good.
Just the 7 disposals for Judd so far, and no real run and carry at all. Stevens, Murphy, Walker. Hadley looked outside and then went inside. A penetrating kick for Vola. Well, Robinson kicking in danger. Well,
In danger, play on, play on.
it was. The advantage given to Thompson, to Power, who looks up. Now he's got Petrie this time, and he finds him. So North on the burst here. McIntosh leading for Petrie. Petrie going in his direction. Yeah, it's a lovely kick. Weighted perfectly, wasn't it, for the big guy?
This bloke's a real good player, I reckon, McIntosh.
Okay, just in front of me, here it is.
That very first contest, he was the one that took the crumb, and that the freeze cam that we showed at quarter time. He's getting the ball in all sorts of circumstances now, and I mean, the risk of being traded or the scare at the end of last year looks to have really found the best in him this season.
Most possessions on the ground, Bucks.
And the Kangaroos have taken 11 marks inside 50 tonight so far. That's their season average. And McIntosh put some cream on the cake with a beautiful kick, and Carlton have got some problems.
To highlight what you're saying, Den, he's had 9 contested possessions, McIntosh. The next highest for North Melbourne is Adam Simpson with 5. And no one on the Carlton side has had more than 4, so he's having a massive influence.
Just good clean footy, and this was a beautiful kick, this one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just the height, wasn't it? And he's one of the few ruckmen who can mark up there.
Ninth man taken in the 0-2 draft, and looking every centimetre of it. Let's go down to Tim. Back in the middle.
Play on.
Tim is down there, and we'll get to him in a moment. Goldstein, Anthony, kicks towards half forward.
Yours.
Petrie, the idea was right. Armfield comes away, gets the kick outside the defensive 50. Carazzo, close to the boundary line. Walker, finding his way.
They get forced wide all the time, Carlton, aren't they? They just can't attack through the centre square. Maybe at least they've tried to sort of get it across into the centre square. They're just getting so slowly forward.
Armfield, well, that's a good kick. Goes to the fat side.
Play on.
That's ironic. There's Nick, 50 metres out, goes long and kicks a goal. Oh, to be that fat. Terrific. He's back in business, one of our favourites.
It is amazing when you can get back through the centre square, and that was one of the few times in the game that Carlton were trapped out on the wing. But when they went into Armfield here, then he went to the other side of the centre square. And then Stevens was a good receiver. He had a ruckman to get around, which wasn't too hard, Goldstein. But if you're attacking through the front of the centre square, that's the way you score the easiest.
Lockie Hansen made a really poor defensive decision here as Armfield was coming across the field. He left Nick Stevens to cover someone laterally, and Stevens then was forward of the play in a much more dangerous position.
And such a good finisher, and he showed all those wares, didn't he? So a couple to Stevens. Walker's handball, Betts taken off it. And then McMahon down low.
All right. Hey, Scotty.
So a couple of shots for goal for Fev tonight. Hit the post and then just missed his other one. Gibbs did well there to get something on that. Halpin went to ground. Well done, Greenwood. It's a good pick-up under pressure against the flow, and then able to get it wide to a left footer in Power. Power on centre wing. Long kick. Simpson, well, he's still got a bit of a gallop going. Well, it was his last chance, really. Thomas just shoves it in the back and then goes bang and kicks a bloody goal. His third.
Yes, that contest win by Greenwood at halfback. Simpson was the one who was able to push to the open space on the half-forward flank, and
he knew exactly what he was doing.
Just decided to get it in board. But Greenwood won the contest against Judd. That contest is going really well for the Kangaroos, but certainly their small forwards are dangerous.
Beautiful description of Buddy goal.